Listen, I know I'm fucking late to the game, but hear me out. Invincible is fucking phenomenal, and here's why. Everyone has had their turn, they've waited in line, they've told their takes on this amazing, fantastic, and phenomenal show, but now it's my fucking turn. Now, I didn't plan on watching this. I thought, yeah, that would make a cool show to cover and give my 2 cents about, but I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know the story, characters, and feelings I would have while watching. In the first 5 fucking minutes, we learn about Mark and how he has always wanted to be like his dad. We learn about the world around them and how heroes play a big part in it. And we also learn about the harsh reality of saving a country, saving a world, and saving ourselves, and what that does to us. All of this tells a story about a boy becoming a man, a story about a man losing his way and becoming infatuated in the fact that he believes he is the superior species. Mark, our main character, wants so badly to be like his father, to save lives and help save the world. This is abundantly clear when he goes to his first mission, and instead of trying to kick ass and take names, he is worried about the people and tries to save the people. Contrasting this to Omni-Man, it seems that he just wants fame, glory, and to defeat the bad guy. He views human beings as beneath him. In episode 2, Mark talks to a villain and tries to reason with him, only for it to lead to a big misunderstanding. Mark has hope for the people, hope that he gets from the people around him, people he cares about, his mother, his friends, and humanity as a whole. It's clear to me that this show takes from the cliches of superhero stories and amps it up to 1,000. I probably should clarify that I went into this show blind. I didn't read the comic, I didn't get spoiled, hell, I hadn't even heard of it until all my friends started recommending it to me, which is why when this big twist happens, it was an emotional gut punch that I couldn't predict. I think the main message of this show involves power humanity thinks we have and power we have no control over. We build these big machines, weapons, and fortresses to make us feel like we are powerful, but in a world with gods, they could easily be torn down and destroyed.
These people are meaningless. They're cavemen without us.
You're wrong. I've seen you save people. I've seen you almost die to protect them. Maybe you were a Viltrumite when you came to Earth, but you've changed. You were happy here.
Sure, I was happy for a time, but I'm loyal to Viltrum, not this pathetic excuse for a civilization.
What really gets to me was the twist. You have a son who looks up to you, wants to be like you, but doesn't know the whole truth, and doesn't know you're going to backstab everyone, including him. This show does a great job at keeping everyone's suspense. The entire time while I was watching, I kept asking myself, why would he do something like this? I think what really helped the show and helped everyone get into the show was the fact that the creator of Invincible was there, helping, giving tips and ideas of how animation can help tell this story. I've said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times, animation is a great way to tell stories. Some of my favorite shows are animated, and that's because you can tell a lot through animation. You can show facial features closely and you can feel the emotion and feelings it gives you. Animation can show you a ton of things and teach you a lot of important lessons while also not feeling forced or fake. It immerses you through the story, and more stories should be told through animation. I want to take a minute and talk about Omni-Man, the guardian killer planet destroyer that is Nolan Grayson, a man who, even through the horrible things he's done, still cares about Mark. Someone who could have easily lied to Mark about why Cecil was trying to kill him, but he didn't. He told Mark the truth for once in his life.
For the first time in your life, I'm telling you the truth.
The part that pulls the story along is the fact that in the beginning Mark wanted to be so much like his father, but as the story moves on, he gets further and further away from that and starts to find his own path. Going back to the scene, underneath all that anger and hate for humanity, Omni-Man still loves his son, so much in fact that Omni-Man flies away from Earth crying, knowing what he did was horrible. Splitting the focus off Mark and Omni-Man, let's talk about our lovable, kind killing machine kind of resembles the Iron Giant robot. Everyone on the team believes the robot was just a robot, but going through the story we learn that he is an actual person controlling a robot drone. He hires these goons to make him a new body. I thought it was nice how we were able to split the focus less on Mark and Omni-Man and more on others who have problems of their own.
You really care for her?
Samson, good to see you awake. And yes,
I do.
You're a machine. How does a machine have emotions?
I'm programmed to care for all humans.
I beg to differ. You didn't get your ass whooped in the Arctic for me.
The pacing of the show is pretty good. We see Mark slowly earning the title of... Sorry, I just love throwing the title card, it's so much fun. But anyway, Mark earns his name and he earns the knowledge to become a hero. Through all of the mistakes people make, Mark still believes in them, believes they can be better, and will get better. I see people online saying that this show reminds them of The Boys, but I haven't watched The Boys yet, sorry. But I can tell you that the violence plays a key in the story. Without the gut-wrenching, blood-pouring violence, I don't think it would have felt as impactful for this story. But you don't have to take my word for it. The creator, Robert Kirkman himself, said it.
The show is what I would call violent. And I'm just curious if Amazon gave you any feedback or any notes, or after The Boys, are they sort of like, whatever?
I think that's an accurate assessment. They're very much like, look, have your fun, whatever. But no, I thought for sure that I was waiting at any moment to get tapped on the shoulder and be like, yeah, you're going a little too far. You can't do this. And it never came. If anything, we got nothing but encouragement from them, which is really reassuring. I think that they recognize that, especially, with The Boys, it's a good example. The violence serves a purpose. It's an absolutely essential element to the storytelling that we're doing. Invincible wouldn't be Invincible if we weren't dealing with those like gut-wrenching ramifications of what happens from the violence in the show. And if we weren't showing it, it wouldn't have the right kind of impact. And so I think to do it without it, you'd be doing a disservice to the story. And so, yeah, we really went for it, and Amazon was supporting us every step of the way.
Oh, and how could I forget to mention the amazing cast in this show?
Oh my God!
All I want to say is if you haven't watched Invincible, I highly recommend it. It has a great story, great characters, and it's so fucking fun. Go support these amazing people who created this show so they can keep creating it, because it's phenomenal. I love you all. See you in the next one.